Hi, Sexy. Thank you so much for joining me again today. I'm Dr. Limor, your friendly sex and relationship counselor and therapist. This is Anti-Aging Sensuality. Today I want to talk about a very interesting topic that occupies us plenty in long-term relationships, and this is desirability, sexual desire. How do we maintain it? We're all occupied with this in long-term relationships, and I went and investigated what the science have to say about sexual desire in long-term relationships, and I found very interesting data. But I want to share something with you that was one study that was divided into three, and it was very interesting. So I wanted to share this with you and kind of take notes from it. So the study had to do with 2021 couples, and the couples were put through three studies, three examining and collecting data sources. And in the first study, they were essentially examining whether responsiveness, being responsive to your partner, will enhance, and being responsive is an intimacy building behavior. Will this building behavior create more desirability in one's partner? So they were examining the correlation between responsiveness and desirability. And what they did in the first study, they put the targets in front of a computer, and they were corresponding with someone that they assumed was their partner. Essentially, it was the researchers, but they examined the correspondence between showing more responsiveness to one's interest and how does that impact the sensation of desirability. That was one study. The second study had to do with put the two partners face to face and showing responsiveness to one's desires and how did that impact one's desirability. They had codes to examine how more desirable your partner becomes when they are more responsive to your interests, to your intimate interests or desires. And in the third study, they examined daily modalities and methodologies to examine how being responsive to on a daily basis, not in a particular specific examination, but on a daily basis, certain behaviors, were they responded with, if I'm responsive to your interest in sex, or if you want more sex and I'm responsive to specific acts or to different timings, will that make me more desirable, or that enhance the desirability between the two partners? And what they found, surprisingly, was that being responsive as an intimacy building behavior, obviously, is something that enhances our desirability as a partner plenty, but especially in women. Women felt much more desirable when they were responsive to their partner. In other words, when they were exhibiting behavior that was building trust and interest and feeling more valuable, allowing their partners to feel more valuable, their partners desire them more and exhibit this desirability towards them. So in other words, being giving in this realm also of intimacy is always worth it. In other words, because you end up feeling desirable, and in particular to women, women's needs in terms of feeling desirable are much higher than men's. Obviously, everybody wants to feel desirable, but for women, it was a very crucial thing and enhanced their ability to achieve sexual climax and other factors that we're not going to get into now. But essentially, the bottom line is give and receive. It's always working, especially and in particularly in the intimate realm. So this is about desire. Hopefully this kind of sits well with you, and allow this wonderful behavior and wonderful giving and receiving exchange to happen in your relationship, and everybody will benefit. Hopefully this helps you. Please send your questions. I'm so excited to receive them. Give and receive. And I'll always be here, and I'm waiting for your questions again next week, and I'll see you again. And until then, as I always say, stay sexy and subscribe. I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.